Hey crew, what up? Taylor Welch here. Have you ever wondered how traffic and funnels grew so fast? I mean, 4 years ago, the company was nothing. Nobody knew who we were. We didn't have any revenue, no clients, no products, no content. And we noticed really quickly that we had something special, but it's not just that Chris and Taylor are special. There are processes, recipes, concepts, materials, foundational strategies that have allowed us to go from 0 to 8 figures in about 3.5 years. And one of the things we do that's really cool, and I think it's really fun for a lot of our clients, is we publish our learning lessons every single month. It's about 8 to 10 pages. In fact, the most recent one was a little bit longer. We talk about how to hire, how to find people, how to run advertising, our recent marketing tactics, some of our strategies for sales. We cover every element of how to grow a healthy, predictable, successful, and most importantly, growing client business. And people rave about this. We've got almost 6,000 people subscribe to this every single month. And we'll actually ship it to you, maybe your office, your home, wherever you tell us to ship it to you. And every single month, we include some extra perks to it, sometimes audio content, sometimes some video content. It's one of the best programs that you can be in, I think, in the world if you run a client business. And the best part is it's very, very affordable. We've tried to price this at a level that anybody can be a part of it who needs it and who wants it. So you can check it out at trafficandfunnels.com/IAM. IAM, basically Insiders Access Monthly, IAM, trafficandfunnels.com/IAM. We'll send you out the first package as soon as you hop in. And I'm telling you, this is one of the most fantastic ways that you can learn from the mistakes and the growth curves of other people. Check it out. Let us know what you think. Talk soon.
You're listening to the Traffic and Funnels Show, the best show on the planet for client businesses to learn about traffic, funnels, sales, and conversions. Chris and Taylor are the founders of Traffic and Funnels, a digital marketing consultancy helping you get paid clients from cold traffic daily. Now, here are your hosts, Chris and Taylor.
What do you think the number one reason is that people don't hit their goals here? Anybody?
I'd say it's a combination of both regulating and diagnosing. So regulating one's energy, biology, their consistency, their habits, and their mechanics and identity. And the other one's diagnosing. So making sure every day, at the end of your day, you're really hammering into what you're doing with your time and how your energy is throughout the day so you can capitalize.
Okay, good answer. Anything else?
I think it can only be one or two things. It's either the behaviors that you're taking or then the efficiency of those behaviors, which is determined by your skill set.
Okay.
So it's inputs and volume, and then it's efficiency.
Anybody else? These are all very, very tactical in the weeds. Somebody take us big picture.
Hunger.
Yeah.
Hunger, okay.
I was going to say clarity and aggression.
Aggression. Lexi?
Looking at them every day.
Raheem?
Yeah, I was going to say understanding who you have to be.
That's it. That's it. Who are you becoming? Are you becoming the right person? If you don't become the right person, you cannot hit your goals here. Everything falls underneath this like a waterfall. Aggression. Lexi, was your aggression issue fixed when you started becoming the right person?
Yes.
And look at her now, about to take over Josh Johnson, make him beg for mercy, weep in the streets. What time you wake up in the morning? What does that come back to?
Standards.
Identity, standards. Are you becoming the right person? So real quick, this is something that's been on my mind for a while. And, Peyton is probably one of the best conversion closers that I've ever trained. And this training is going to help him a lot because he's got some dead weight in his identity. If you don't change your identity every so often, you get dead weight. That's what normalization is for. We've got a guy on the team who I've tried to get to normalize for 7 months. Can't get him to normalize. As soon as something bad happens, it's dead weight, pushes him backwards. So Peyton's car, Cole's car, where Lexi lives. Raheem, we were talking about the parking lot a few weeks ago. These are not things, they're just normalization tactics to help you redo your identity. So growth through removal, growth through addition. Let's talk about growth through removal first. If you guys have questions, just stop me. Jake, this is good stuff for you too, with where you're at in your life.
Taking notes.
Growth through removal. What does that mean?
Getting rid of bad behaviors, bad assets.
Growth through elimination.
Pruning.
So,
Pruning. What about friends?
yeah.
Cole, you have any friends you've had to let go of?
Yeah.
Why are you
I think I
laughing?
have to let go of an entire state.
Ohio.
Yeah.
Thank God that you did. The person that you want to be, there's things that you're going to have to deal with. There are obstacles. And a lot of people just want to power through. Raheem, this is something you're guilty of. Raheem's energy source is just like put the helmet on and run through the wall. Rather than looking at your life holistically of, why don't I just remove the brake and let my natural energy just carry me forward? You see the difference?
Yep, 100%.
The Raheem kind of deals with his life like a linebacker, which is pretty appropriate from his past, but to get to where he wants to get to, he's going to have to start looking at his life like a strategist and use a little bit of finesse. I'm going to prune this. I'm going to redo my environment here. See what I'm saying? Make sense?
Yep.
Here are the 3 most common things that I see hold people back. This is removal, growth through removal. Bad habits, bad relationships, and bad inputs. Bad habits, bad relationships, bad inputs. Bad habits, bad relationships, bad inputs. Lexi, what's an example of a bad habit?
Drinking.
Alcohol. Cool.
For relationships or habits?
Bad habits.
Waking up at a different time every single day,
Yeah.
like with the exception of,
Which would kind of be no habit, which would be a bad habit.
yeah.
So 3 categories of habits that you should focus on: positive, neutral, and negative. Next to positive, write 80%. Next to neutral, write 20%. And next to negative, write 0.
Can you repeat those numbers once again?
Positive, 80%. Neutral, 20%. Negative, 0%. People don't think about this, so they're not aware of it. And these programs run their lives and they wonder why they're not getting what they want. And it's because they've got external stimuli running their lives and they're not aware of it. So a couple examples of this, just for me, a good habit would be exercise. Making sure you get that in. A good habit would be a weekly review. A good habit would be maybe going to lunch with somebody who's ahead of you who inspires you, a mentor. A good habit would be taking 3 hours a day to study. A neutral habit might be, Peyton, what would a neutral habit be?
Game of Thrones.
Game of Thrones. Things that you may enjoy, but they don't necessarily move you forward. They don't move you backwards either. A bad habit would be, and it's personal, you got to decide for yourself, because Game of Thrones might be neutral to me, but it might be negative to Lexi because she can't focus at work and all she does is think about Khaleesi. So it's based on you. No, Raheem is addicted as well. You got to think about this, guys, because if you're not careful, you'll let bad habits get into that 10, 12, 15%, and they'll ruin your progress. And you'll be like, I'm showing up to work, I'm doing all of the right things, I'm trying my hardest, but there are obstacles that are confusing me and slowing me down. And most of the time, the easiest thing to do is remove some shit from your life that's not advancing you, and you'll just begin to move forward automatically. Make sense? Yep. Bad habits, bad relationships, bad input. Anthony, what's an input?
Inputs like information. Like, what are you learning or studying? What are you watching? Type of people that you're hanging out around and the conversations that are going on. It's environmental. Like I remember when you told me, like, dude, invest into your own office. Like, don't skimp out on investing into your office. So I bought everything here because you told me to, and it's made a massive difference.
100%. How many of you have an information diet for your inputs? How many of you could do better on your information diet? Most of the time, if you wake up in the morning and you just feel uninspired, and then you go to bed at night still uninspired, it's an issue of your inputs. I wake up in the morning uninspired every single day. Y'all have no idea. I'm not naturally like this. But I have an information diet that keeps me fed and inspires me. Questions about this so far?
No.
Is this good?
Oh yeah.
I have one.
You have one? Who was that?
Yeah, what's like?
Oh, yeah.
Isaiah.
Isaiah in the bedroom.
Like, what's an example of like your good information inputs?
Jim Rohn, the Traffic and Funnels material, Smartest Guys in Marketing podcast, recordings of Raheem's calls that he closed, getting into a place that's not your bedroom. Don't show up tomorrow in your bedroom, Isaiah.
Okay.
All right. Growth through addition. You ready? 3 categories. 3 categories. Physical, mental, and skill. Physical, mental, and skill. Hey, how does the gym correlate to being a better closer? Anybody? Open forum.
It teaches you patience. You can't execute a movement. I was talking to Cole about this, but you cannot execute a movement thinking that if you just be intense, it's going to be safe. So it's just like being in a call. You got to control your breath, keep your body tight, make sure that your mindset is ready before you touch the bar.
Okay.
Same thing with the sales call. You got a pre-call ritual. Make sure you're breathing. Check in with your body. Make sure you're detached. Right, remove that tension, but keep the mindset focused on one thing. That's how you make how you help a person make a decision that's best for them.
Anybody else?
I'll just add. I said repetition earlier, and the reason for that is just you learn by doing.
Yep.
You get better every time you do it. You get stronger every time you do it, no matter what you're doing in life.
Who else?
Resilience.
Resiliency,
Discipline.
discipline,
Pain tolerance.
biology, energy. Does the food you eat impact how you feel at 2:30 in the afternoon?
Yes.
Hell yeah.
Does anybody here have calls at 2:30 in the afternoon?
Yeah.
So why aren't you guys need to step up. Some of you need to step up in what you're doing biologically to make sure that you can weaponize yourself even when you're tired.
Less carbs, more proteins, more fat, more veggies around that time.
What about standing up? How does standing up affect your energy? Try it real fast. Everybody stand up. Tell me how you feel. Better, worse, the same, don't care?
Better.
Better?
Yeah.
I love that all we can see is Anthony's like pecs.
That was by design too.
Your ability to keep up with fast-paced environments biologically is going to empower you to make more money. Addition, growth through addition. What about mental?
Just overall your outlook, if you're being positive, how you're going into your day, how you're keeping yourself
The
throughout the day.
perspectives. Who has a morning formula? Who read their morning formula this morning?
I did.
Yeah? It's okay. If you want to be a winner, this is how you take care of your mental state. That's a big deal. How many of you have changed your morning formula in the last week? How many of you are lying? All right, cool. So next training is going to be on honesty. We'll talk about how to tell the truth. And then skill development. Here's my information diet revolves around these 3 things. How do I improve my biology? How do I improve my mental state? Old school mindset, success classics. And how do I improve my skill set? I've always got something going in there in those 3 categories. That's how you pick your books, your trainings, your studying. Peyton should always be reading something on sales, how to become a better closer. He should always be reading something about, hey, how do I take care of the way I think about myself and my future? And he should always be consuming something that's going to enable him to have more energy, be a better human. Sometimes that's spiritual as well, so don't discount that. Any questions about this? Take 30 minutes this weekend, rewatch this, think about it, and put together a plan, a personal plan for you to remove the things that are hindering you and to layer on the things that are going to make you explosive and powerful. If you don't think about it, what changes? Nothing. If you don't take time to think about it and be strategic about it, nothing changes. Whose job is it to take care of clients?
Us.
Every single one of ours. Can we do that if we're not healthy?
No.
Healthy mentally, healthy physically, growing in our skill set. We have a culture of nonstop growth. It's a privilege to be a part of. Any questions? All right. See you guys. We're wrapping up. Bye.
Hey, what if you could be in the boardroom where we sit down and we plan out how we're going to grow our 8-figure company month in and month out? If you've ever wondered how traffic and funnels grew so quickly, there are strategies, there are formulas that you can model in your business that our clients are modeling to scale to the moon and back. This is an amazing program. It's called Insiders Access Monthly, and we've put together a couple words on a page that you can actually go and check out this offer, trafficandfunnels.com/IAM. You will not be sorry, I promise you. Let me know what you think.